Hi, this is Shah.
And this is Sam.
This is review of Glee 316 Saturday Night Gleever. Okay, what do you give the episode?
I'd say 5.7.
5.7.
Yes.
That's a weird mark.
I know, it's very weird, but I feel it deserves a 0.7.
Well, I give it 10 out of 10. Cause it's
Shocker there.
Okay, we'll start talking about the episode before we have an argument. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're talking about Joe, Blaine, Brittany and Mike wanting to do the disco theme or whatever, and the others thinking disco sucks. I think selfishness of people.
Way too selfish.
Can I just say also, when what was that episode, Brittany or something? The Brittany episode, and Kurt was like, oh, I want to do Brittany. I was okay then.
Yeah.
But when these people who are like dancers,
Yeah.
them three that were at the beginning singing, they were dancers. That's what they do. They want to do something different, and I think it's if it was one of the other people, this is what I feel, they'd do it.
Yeah.
And because, especially Blaine and Mike, because they're kind of like, basically they're in the group because they're dating someone. That's how they've become like. But that's what like Finn and everybody will probably see them as.
Yeah.
So they don't get a thing because they're not an original Glee person.
Yeah. I just think it's just pathetic for them
Yeah.
to be like, no, disco sucks. They might think that some of your songs suck.
Yeah.
But, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about Finn, Mercedes and Santana being lost. Agree, disagree?
I agree that they are pretty lost.
Yeah, but I don't care. Sorry. I really, yes, Santana I do.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Finn and Mercedes.
Yeah.
I don't really care. And, sorry, but I don't get Mercedes' issue. Finn,
She wants to sing and be like Mariah or Whitney, but then go do it then.
It's, don't say, oh, I don't want to go to college and stuff. It's like, go!
Yeah.
God, you know.
If you want something, go get it. Don't
Yeah.
just sit around waiting for it to come to you.
Yeah. Let's talk about Sue and Will and when they come up with that competition.
Yeah.
With the whole thing. I just loved it. And I love the fact they're going to win a suit. And when Kurt said, I'm going to have that suit.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious. I was just like, oh my god, I can't imagine it with that. And then so they will see him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about when Wade meets Mercedes and Kurt.
I thought that was pretty awesome that
That was-
somebody else
yeah.
were like huge fans of them.
Yeah. And can I just say something before we talk about Wade and Mitch? Did you find it odd them two are hanging out again?
Yeah.
Does he alternate girls?
It's just like 1 week it's Rachel, the next Mercedes.
Yeah.
Then
it's just
Rachel,
like,
then Mercedes. It's like stick to one.
yeah.
Like best friend whore.
When he was like, oh, I boycotted what's it called, that musical?
The West Side Story. Yeah.
And then like Kurt kind of changed his attitude. He's like, oh, I love it.
Yeah. I'm not being funny, but I can't really see Kurt and Mercedes being the main ones of that.
No, that would be weird.
Yeah, sorry.
Especially, I love Kurt.
I
but
I
no.
like Kurt. Sorry, I don't want to insult
And it's
anybody.
not because he's gay, because it was Blaine. It was just because he doesn't have that.
He's
he's too girlified.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, not me.
Yeah, but I love him, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I like
change.
Kurt.
Okay, let's talk about Jesse back. He has got hot.
Yeah, it's just like, did you just shove a big in there?
Yeah,
Or
and it's
something.
just like
Just so
he
hot.
puts a suit on and he's all of a sudden hot. Because I was never a fan of him.
Yeah, she hated him.
I really didn't. I was like, why do people think he's hot and stuff? And then I was like,
And now
that's why. I was just like,
very hot.
and then he's hot. And then
She can't talk.
Let's talk about the dance off. You know when they come in and they're like, oh, we're gonna do disco whether you want it or not. And I was like, yeah, go Will.
Yeah.
Tell them. And
You
what
won't.
was with things top? Disco sucks.
Not being funny. Will should have been the one to say, we're doing disco, not having, oh, we don't like it, disco sucks. He's the
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah. Well, the dance off. What did you think of each person dancing? Oh, I love Sue and Will. Started it off.
Sue was like, what am I doing?
And then what the hell would then Blade and Joe sing? Two people I would never imagine singing together.
I know.
And his, like, Joe's voice was like real high. I was like, oh.
How are you not a girl?
Have you stolen Kurt's voice?
Yes. You would have thought they would have had Kurt and Blake because Kurt
Yeah.
can sing real high, which
Yeah.
I never imagined.
I
living
like,
with Joe.
and then when Blade was split, I was like, that looks like an act. Because lights underneath her.
Yes. Thought you were going to talk about something else there.
No. What did you think of like all of that? I was like when Finn came on and done like that weird creepy thing, didn't he? It was just like weird. But didn't you have an issue with something that happened in that?
Yeah,
film?
I had a bit of an issue. They all had this dance-off thing.
Yeah.
Everybody could dance beside Artie. I just thought that was really mean against Artie.
Yeah. Well, where was Quinn as well?
Exactly. Well, they're like, oh, Artie could be there, even though he can't dance, but Quinn, no, that's just too mean.
But he got like a wheelchair on the thing. There's
I
no
know.
way.
I just felt that for when they were just on their own on there, I thought that was a bit harsh towards Artie.
Yeah. But
That's the issue with it.
I liked Kurt when he came on and did a cartwheel. I was like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Yeah,
But sorry, it's not dancing.
it's a cheerleading move.
Yeah. But I was like, whoa! It's like there's no way I'd have the guts to do that. Not that I could do cartwheels.
No, I bloody fall over.
Yeah, it was good. But then it was like a fix. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, to have that,
Yeah.
to have the others put their energy
Yeah.
into it, than just to have Mercedes Santana fit because they're lost.
But I like when they got told that basically, and Mercedes was like, you can have the suit to fit. Can we go now? What about Mercedes trying to find her dream? Did you care at all?
No, not really. No, not even a little. No.
I didn't.
As I said, no.
No. What about that scene with Rachel not wanting to put the fin and then
She's
Kurt
being
said-
childish, pathetic.
No, I agreed with her.
I know, but I agree with her. But when she was like, he should come talk to
He
me.
should.
I was just like, oh, the fuck?
He should, to be honest, because she basically called her spoiled and stuff. It's like
I
her
know.
fault. You have no dream.
I agree with her sort of, but it's just like
I kind of agree with Kurt. There's no
you
way
can't
to
just
start marriage.
you can't just be like, we're gonna get married. You should come talk to me. That's no way to base marriage.
No, I agreed with Kurt on that. He just
Yeah.
popped up in that one scene. Oh, I'm just gonna say this line and go away.
Yeah,
That was weird.
they just needed to they needed their heads banging together.
Yeah.
Finn and Rachel.
What about Kurt being scared of going to the big city?
I was like, oh, he's actually nervous.
Yeah, but what I find with him, right, is they're just trying to give him random storylines that don't mean a thing, and it's just
To me,
annoying.
you,
Like him
you
sleeping
people
with
might
Ra-
hate me, but to me, Ryan Murphy ruined Puck.
Yeah, he has ruined Pat because Pat was one of my favourite
Yeah, he was
characters
my
in the
favourite
first
too.
season, and after Quinn, he's just
He's, for me, for the sleeping with older women,
Yeah.
he's kind of, Ryan Murphy's kind of turned him into Nate from Gossip Girl, which,
oh yeah, we hate.
yeah, so,
Um,
yeah.
What about Santana? Because out of the three, Santana, we kind of were interested in him, but Santana was the
Was the one we were
yeah.
interested in, yeah.
Santana just caring about fame when she sings that song. We'll talk about the song later in our song list
Yeah.
thing. But when she called Kurt and Rachel
Gayberry.
that is just the best line ever in Glee history. I don't
Yeah.
care what anybody says.
Gayberry.
And then what about Rachel saying that New York is her dream, but she won't do it until she finds his dream.
I
Because
love her
home,
for that.
her home is him. I was just like, oh, you're awesome.
I mean, the last review we were kind of, we don't like Mitchell.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
and
we
this
love
episode, and we're like, we love them
and
again.
you, yeah, and I really thought they were going to break up last
Yeah.
week, but this week I'm just like, there's no way you two are breaking up.
You gotta stay together.
It's just,
We just kind of like the whole reversal thing
Yeah.
last week.
what about the Britney and Santana sex tape? I think it's just weird. Why would they make a sex tape for a start? Because
I mean, yeah, I get it, they'd probably do it for themselves, but even then...
yeah, but I wouldn't have thought Santana would do it because she's a very private person that way.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, especially because she's gay and stuff.
Yeah, it's... I think that was a lie. That Britney only said that, like, with Lord Tubbington, sorry. Why the hell would you have a sex tape and your cat doing chores?
Because you're Britney.
Well, yeah.
Let's talk about when Finn gets those college things, and then he chucks them away. Will finds out, and then when Finn turns around and is like, "Oh, Rachel was there, and she was just basically doing it for herself." She's just said that she'll give up her dream for you, and you're basically saying
In this moment of the episode, I wanted to get into the screen and slap him.
he was, and I was like, You are a selfish son of a bitch.
He said that she's selfish, but for him to be all like that, show me, show me.
Sorry, and his thing was like, he doesn't want high school to end. What's been so great for you?
Yeah.
You had a girlfriend who cheated on you.
With your best friend. And
Had a baby.
Yeah.
Same happened again.
Yeah.
Not the baby part, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what has been so great?
For him about high school. Nothing.
Sorry, the only good thing was Rachel, and he was throwing it away in that scene.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Not being funny. If he treated me like that, I'd be like, bye now. Well, I wouldn't be with him because, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And he's not
I
real,
want
but.
Brittany trying to make Santana famous. I loved it. But
I love the reason. I love that she wanted to do that for her,
Yeah.
and also I was like, "Oh, Brittany, you really don't have a clue.
Yeah, when does she ever?
Hardly ever."
What about when Kurt and Mercedes feel guilty about? Oh,
I
no,
love
no, we've got to talk about the thing before with this, where Sue gives them that.
Oh, give
Those-
them the shoes.
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious.
That was quite funny because it's like they do those shoes in a size 13.5. Really?
They must do.
That's big feet.
And it was funny. Kurt was
Yeah.
like, "Where did you get those?" It was just like in his head. It was like, "I want them." Yeah. What about the whole them seeing like Wade? Or what was his name or her name?
Unique.
Unique. That's it. Which I love. When both of those gentlemen song.
Yeah.
And
When I was watching it, I was like, "That's a girl. That's a guy."
Oh, we can't talk about the song though.
Yeah, yeah.
But I thought it was good, and I like what he said to Kurt. I thought of all people you would understand.
Yeah.
And I liked it's different because it's not a gay character because
It's-
we've got enough of those.
Yeah, it's
It's
girls in the man's body.
yeah, I think it's a good way.
I'm glad that
So,
they've done
yeah.
something like that because not many TV shows do.
I know this is a song, but I have to talk about it because I loved it. When the full couples were dancing, and when I saw Taylor, I was just like, oh, they're dancing!
I love that. I love that scene. The scene I did. I loved it.
I love it. Yeah, it was awesome. And I liked that it was all these full couples, because these are like the stable couples of the show, apart
Yeah.
from Will and Emma, obviously. But they couldn't have been danced there, because that would have been weird.
Way too weird.
Yeah, I liked it. I just wish like you got to see more of each other because they didn't have a lot of like Mike and Tina, did they?
No, which is a shame.
Yeah, because they are the ones that have lasted the longest.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Finn and Rachel, look at them.
Okay, let's talk about this is one of my favourite Finchel scenes ever now. When he says he'll go to New York with her because he wants to be a better man for her.
I was like watching it. I was like, oh, shut up. Shut up.
It's like, oh great, you have got awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we go from hating Finchel to like,
Loving them in an episode. It's like,
I know. But that's Glee. It tends to happen.
yeah.
Let's talk about Sam and Mercedes putting the song on YouTube. Let's first talk about when Kurt and Mercedes are walking down the hall and they see Sam. I just love Kurt's face. He's just like, whoa, I'm getting out of this situation.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so funny.
But when he was filming Mercedes doing the song,
Yeah.
I thought he's going to do something for her.
Yeah, I just loved it. Because I really
when
wanted...
they kiss.
Yeah, I just love what he said to her.
Yeah.
Like, you're basically going to make it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was amazing.
I love Sam Mercedes.
Let's talk about the Sue, Brittany and Santana thing where is Brittany the whole time playing the trick on?
I don't know, it's not that clear.
Yeah.
But when Sue said Brittany gets a good idea every 2 years, that was hilarious.
I just loved it because you could tell Sue cares so much about these two girls.
Yeah.
And I just, and the I love you. You know, Brittany and Santana fans are going crazy right now.
Yeah.
We like them on and off kind of
Yeah.
thing. So we're not huge
I
fans.
like them more than Shell.
Yeah, she likes them more than me. But I do like them, and the
Yeah.
I love you made me like them a bit more, if
Yeah.
that helps. Okay, let's talk about the songs. Okay, first song, You Should Be Dancing.
I loved it!
Well, I loved it for one reason only.
Blaine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just loved it though.
Yeah, it was good.
I loved it for Blaine. I love the fact that
Sorry,
even though
but
he's
that's
not technically a dancer, he's more of a singer, he still managed to keep up with them.
Yeah. And I think that teacher would have minded when he got up and sung a song.
Yeah, sorry, but
Sorry.
if we'd been at school and then all of a sudden, you should be dead. Go into song. They'd be like, sit down.
It was just hilarious. What about Night Fever with Will, Joe, and Blaine? That's the dance-off one.
Yeah, I know. I liked it.
Yeah,
I did like it.
yeah, it was pretty good. It's
But
more
that song just reminds me of a childhood. I didn't think, God's sake.
I love Disco Inferno. Just saying, I love that. I don't normally like many Mercedes songs, but that song was just
Amazing.
amazing. And
I loved
I
it.
never liked that song before either. And I
No.
was like, what's good? Not that I hate disco. I really hate disco. But
She really does.
I really hate it. If I Can't Have You.
I love that
Oh,
song.
amazing. First of all, the looks all the couples were giving each other in that song.
Yeah.
For a start, I was just like, oh my god. And then when she was like, and she looked stunning.
Yes.
Oh my god, I just wanted to be like, basically, I wanted to be her.
And me. I was like, how do you look that pretty when that's something from 8 years ago?
Yeah. And what about How Deep Is Your Love with Rachel? Best song in the episode. In my
I like
opinion.
that song.
I loved it, and I just thought, and I've always liked that song. That's one of the songs I've always liked. And it was
I
amazing.
did not.
Right, More Than a Woman with the four couples dancing. I didn't care for it.
I don't
I
like
liked
it.
the dancing, but I was like, they shouldn't have had him sing it for a start. because he was
Because it's too high.
He was singing too high. He wasn't singing. It was like, give the song to Kurt.
Yeah.
Because when Kurt done that little bit in between, it was like, oh, I liked it for a second.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Just no.
But I loved that whole scene because of the dancing.
Yeah.
The dancing I liked. Staying Alive.
If Finn wasn't singing it, then I'd like it.
Finn and Mercedes, but I didn't care for that song because it was just like, I didn't. Those three voices should not. Yeah, if it was Mercedes
And
and
Santana, yes.
But
Not with Finn in the mix. Come on.
Finn is a good singer. I will give him that, and he is good singing with Rachel, with Blaine, with other people. But those two he just doesn't go with.
No.
So okay, we're singing the promo. I cried.
It was awesome. I can't wait for next week's episode.
Oh, neither can I. And the songs are going to be amazing.
Yeah, especially with it being a
I'm
weekly
just not. Are
episode.
you prepared at all for them leaving? Because I'm not. Because you know, Kurt.
I'm shaking my head. I can't talk
If
about that.
Kurt leaves, he's going to leave Blaine behind. That is one of my favourite characters gone, and my couple destroyed. But he's not leaving anyway. I've come to terms with because he's coming back.
Yeah.
You know, his contract's been renewed. Did you have any questions? Mine was where the hell was Quinn?
Yeah, where was she? Was she like
He
I
did
don't
a
know,
woman?
in the hospital having some therapy for, you know, a few days?
Yeah. Okay, what were the
Okay.
highlights? Mine was the dance off and the couple dancing made me clean. Did you have any highlights?
Sam Mercedes.
That was your
that scene,
highlight?
I love them.
Really?
Yeah. And at the start with Blaine singing.
Really? That wasn't
Yeah.
one of my highlights.
That was it really.
And I liked
The Santana.
I
and
like-
the Santana.
yeah.
I like Santana.
I liked all the funny remarks from Kirk. There's quite a lot of funny
Yeah.
remarks in this episode. And I did like
After Rachel.
I don't like the Mercedes and Kurt friendship. And that was the only problem I
But
had.
she's Humbleberry, see?
Yeah.
That's the reason. She's Humbleberry.
Yes, I don't care. I liked it in the first season, but you don't go back when you go with Humbleberry. You don't go back. And I just thought it was good, I guess, for them to have that thing with Wade. I love Wade. He's awesome,
Yeah.
and I want to see more of him. But I would rather Kurt be on his own or Kurt be with somebody else. Because
But after, for me, my favourite female characters in Glee, after Rachel, it's Santana.
is it really?
Yeah, because I just love Santana.
After Rachel, mine's Quinn.
And after Santana, it's Quinn, of course. But I just love Santana. I've always loved her. You not so much, but I've always loved Santana.
I do like Santana.
You like her, but I've
But
always
the
loved
only
her.
time I don't like her if she insults Blaine. And you know,
Me,
she
I
has a
like
couple
it.
of times.
Because to be honest with you, when she has a go at people, mainly they deserve it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. When she said that thing to
I
Blaine
just love
about
the-
having too much hair gel in that episode a while back, I was like, oh, it's true, but hush.
See?
He does have too much hair gel. I'm like,
Yeah. Let's just go curly.
Okay, we will be back next week with a Glee review.
Yes, we will.
Because, you know, that episode looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Not that they all look amazing.
No, yes, they do.
Yes, they all look amazing, but to you, sometimes they suck. And
It's not that it sucked, it just didn't, it just
didn't
seemed
do
to,
it for you.
it wasn't good for me. It seemed to go on for a while about the storylines I didn't care about.
Where have I put my knife? No.
It just, for me this
it
week,
must be really hard for you because I am a diehard Glee and anything.
Yeah,
they
it's
cannot
difficult.
do no wrong unless
it's
something happens to
difficult for
Clay.
me to say something bad about them because of you, but for me, this week's episode didn't live up to my expectations of Saturday Night Gleaver. Sorry, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't for me either. But I tried to.
I was disappointed with some of the songs when Finn was singing because just no.
I wasn't.
And I was
with that.
disappointed with Finn being a spoiled brat and him just being annoying.
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed with Mitchell.
I wasn't disappointed with Finchel, just the Finn.
But yeah, but
And I was disappointed considering there were like quite a few coupley things. There weren't enough Clane.
no, there was not. But what Clane I got,
You're
was
happy with.
Because you know, there was one episode where they literally sat opposite from each other, and you were like,
That is it.
You realise you are a couple, right? That's what I feel
And
like
for
saying to
me-
them sometimes. Why do Finchel get every other episode?
I
Why
know.
do Finchel get a kiss, like 3 kisses maybe an episode? And they've had 3 kisses for their whole relationship.
Yeah, and for me, it being a Saturday Night Fever episode, it should have Quinn should have been there, even though she's in a wheelchair and a bit restricted. She should have been there.
There's somebody getting on a thing that he could not possibly get
I
on
know.
because that would break.
And for me, it just had quite a few things that it lacked in me for the episode.
Yeah.
I didn't like giving it a 5.7, but for me, I felt that's what it
I
deserved.
suppose that you could, but it could do no wrong to me.
Yeah,
Unless,
that's what
you know-
I'm like with the Vampire Diaries though. For you, you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, the episode of crap or whatever.
Yeah. The only time it would probably, this is never going to happen, if there's something to happen to Blaine, or, you know, Kurt Blaine, then I'd be like, oh, I'd give it a 9.
She'd still only go to a 9, nothing lower.
Yeah. Because, you know, Glee's awesome. Anyway, okay, I've got to stop talking now.
Yes,
Because I could go on forever.
we know that.
Okay, okay, bye.
Bye.